What's up everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to create a pencil illustration of Minato Namikaze from Naruto. Now for today's lesson we need a sketch pad and a pencil. I'm going to start today's drawing off with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. Now the secret to creating better portraits is to start with the basic shapes and proportions before we get into the details. So let's start by adding a guideline coming down the center of our page. Starting from the very top, just going to lightly work my way down towards the bottom. Just using these short lines. Now we move up to the top and draw another line going across from left to right. Now we're going to be using these two lines to help us create a circle along the top of our page. So from that center point, let's just move up to the top of our circle right about here. Just going to mark this off. Now we're going to measure this distance from the center down towards the bottom and do the same thing. Let's repeat that across this horizontal line. So measure the distance from the center over towards the left and then the right. Now we want to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. So we'll start with the top left, and the circle doesn't have to be perfect. We're just using this as a guide, just to define the size of the head and the size of our drawing. Now let's move up to the side of our circle. We're going to add another guideline coming down towards the bottom. Now these lines are just to help us align our drawing so that it's not tilted. And then from the bottom of our circle, draw another line going across. Now with our guidelines in place, we're going to start shaping the face, starting with the main facial features. Let's start with the eye in the center. Start with a straight angled line going up towards the top. Go across towards the outside of our circle. Then it's down and in towards the bottom. Now we're going to be tilting the head over towards the right side. So from here, we're going to move all the way out. Draw another angled line going up and out. Go across. Now this is going to be a little bit shorter because we're seeing this from the angle. Then it's down and then in towards the bottom. Now I want to place the eyebrows on top. Starting on the left, we're just going to go across the top of the eye and out. Let's move over toward the left. Just moving this out and up. And from the inside, we're just going to add a little brow line going up. Let's follow the inside edge of the eye, coming down with a straight line. Now I want to determine the angle of the nose and the depth. So right about here, we're going to stop the nose. Starting up here, we're going to angle this down and out towards the tip of the nose. Let's go out a little bit further. Angle the nose coming back in. Step up and draw a short line for the nostril. Move down, just going to angle the mouth coming out towards that center line. Now we're going to move back up above the eyes and draw the edge of the headband. We're going to start on the left. I just want to swoop this down, just up above the eyes, and pull that back up on the right. Now, right in the center, in between the eyes, we're going to draw another straight line going up. Now from here, I'd like to define the edge of the head. So we're going to start underneath the headband, come down and in, just underneath the eye, go straight down across the cheek, bend this down and then in just underneath the mouth towards the chin. Just going to mark off the chin with a straight line. Now from the outside of the left eye, we're going to step out, draw the edge of the jaw. We're going to come down with a straight angled line, curves down and then in towards the chin. On the side, we're going to add a half circle. Starting from the headband, we go out, then in for the ear. Now we're just defining the size and placement. On top of the ear, we're going to step out, go up towards that center line. Let's finish off this curve, going towards the back of the headband. And from the top, we're just going to curve this down from that center line and back up. Now because we lengthened the width of the headband, we just want to add some volume to the top of the head. So we're going to go up with a half circle and back down on the right. Let's block in that metal plate in the center of the head, just directly above the left eye. We're going to come down, and then on the side, coming down, trace the headband along the bottom, and then the top. Let's go back underneath the chin. We're just going to angle the neck, coming back. Now I want to curl the collar around the head. So let's start on top of the ear, then it's out and down, come across, go across the jaw, in towards the mouth, then it's out and then down. Let's go to the back. It's going to angle this in towards the shoulder and slope the shoulder. Now we're going to bring the collar over towards the right, starting from beside the eye. That is down and out. Come down and then in. Now from here, I'm just going to go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines, because we're not going to need most of these guidelines or that circle. Now that we have a clean rough sketch, we're going to start adding those points around the hair. Let's start directly above the left ear at the top of the headband. Just going to add one point coming down and up. And we want to work our way down the side. Coming down across the jaw, adding that point. Tuck this in behind the collar. Now let's go back up to the top. Coming down and up with another point. Now we're going to come down around the eye. Close spike coming in and back out. Let's curve this underneath the chin and then back up. Now I'm going to add those points going across, working our way over towards the right. Let's make this one a little bit longer. A couple more points on the end. Now this one, we're just going to bend this out and in towards this guideline. Let's add the back side. Coming down and out. And this out and down. Now we're going to go back to the left side and draw some hair underneath the headband, in behind the ear. So add those points coming down. Let's go up to the top. Now we're just working around this curve. Just adding these points, coming back in. And by coming back in towards that circle, we ensure that we have consistent size, going all the way around. Now we're just using these as guides. We can always go back and just readjust the length later and the size. And go back and just readjust some of these spikes. Go a little bit longer on the end and the back. And the top. Now on the top left side of each eye, we're tuck the pupil and iris underneath, so a half circle. We're just going to lightly sketch this in first before we get into too much detail. Just make sure that the positioning is right. Tuck that in, and then right here we can just readjust. Let's go back and do one more final cleanup before we add more detail and shading. Now once we're happy with the rough sketch, all we need to do is go back in with a darker pencil and start adding some more contrast and some thick and thin lines. So I'm going to start with the overlapping parts first, starting along the hairline. And again, we can always modify the shape if we need to at this stage. I'm just going to add a few little overlapping parts. So just adding some layers to the hair. And giving it a slight bend. Now you can see that added some thicker lines across the bottom just to give it a little bit more weight. Go way around the ear. Now I want to add some shape to the ear. Just working around that bounding area. I'm going to add those folds inside. Now we want to draw the bottom edge of the headband in between the hair . Now, once we have the overlapping parts in, we're going to go back to the face and start adding some more detail, starting with the eyes, across the brow. going to add some thickness to the eyebrow. And just working our way over towards the right. I want to make sure that the length of the nose is correct. So this looks a little bit long, so I'm just going to shorten this. Just bring that back in. Let's go back and add some detail to the eye. And we're going to thicken up the eyelid. Just darken that up and then tapering that down towards the bottom. Is dropping the pupil in the center of each eye. Now we're going to draw a little bit of a highlight or shadow across the top. The curve, darken up the top, coming down towards the pupil. Now we're going to also shorten the gap in between the nose and the mouth. So I'm just going to bring this up, coming towards a point, go across and then down towards the corner of the mouth. Just make sure it looks okay, and then go back in and just darken that up. I'm just going to add the lower lip just underneath. Now we're going to go back and just work on that profile edge of the head. Also raising the chin up a little bit higher. Right about here. I'm going to go back and just erase the old nose and mouth area. Just adjust the hair a little bit and across the back. Now I'm just going to add some wrinkles and folds across the back of the collar. Add a bump across the top of the shoulder, coming down. And we're just going to add a little fold, just going up underneath. I'm just going to add a little bit more detail across the neck. Not too much detail, just enough to just finish this off. And then we're going to go back and finish off the hair. Now let's go in and just layer that metal plate in the middle. Just going to round out the corners. And then a little bit of trim along the inside. Now we're not going to go everywhere. It's going to leave a few gaps. Trace out the bottom and sides. Let's locate that symbol in the center of the forehead, just up above the nose in the middle. So we want to add that little swirl, going around and up across the top. Now on the left side of the head, we're just going to add the end of the headband. So we're going to come down, and then up towards the tip. I'm just going to add a little bit of a fold. Go back and darken that up. Work our way across the bottom and in. And we'll do one final cleanup. Now I'm just going to go in and just darken up the inside of the headband, starting from the left side and working our way across. So we're just adding a medium shade. We're also going to go in behind that metal plate. Let's add a metallic effect across that metal plate. Starting from the top, we're just going to bend this down and then across towards the bottom. That's going to shade in the left side and just fade that out. Let's go to the center, draw another line coming down, shade that in, and again just fading that out as you go towards the right. Just going to darken up the inside of the collar going around the hair. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow across the face. Let's start on the outside of the eye. Just going to bend this around. Just going to add that shadow line and then lightly darken up the outside. And from the inside of the eye, just going to pull this down and back up underneath the eyebrow and then shade in the top of the eye. Let's go to the right eye, coming down around the cheek and up. Go across the base of the nose, down towards the mouth. Now these lines are going to help us give some shape to the face. We'll go back and just darken up the right side. Add a shadow from that hair coming down across the cheek. And we're just going to darken up the neck and come down towards the bottom. Now once we add in our shadows, we'll be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a contour illustration of Minato Namikaze from Naruto. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single week. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. What's up everyone, and welcome to our club memberships. Are you ready to take your art skills to the next level? Well, I've got something special just for you. Introducing our channel membership, starting at only $1 per month. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you'll get exclusive access to a world of bonus features and perks that will enhance your journey with me. As a member, you'll be treated to brand new weekly tutorials that are available only to our valued members. Want to learn the latest techniques and dive deeper into the topics I cover? This is your chance. You'll also gain access to our member-only community feed where you can connect with fellow members, share your progress, and participate in exclusive polls. Your voice matters, and I want to hear from you. And let's talk about the perks. You'll receive a set of custom chat emojis to use during our live streams and premieres, adding a personal touch to your interactions with me. Plus, you'll proudly showcase your support with special member badges that highlight your dedication. As a member, you'll get access to future perks I roll out. I'm constantly working behind the scenes to bring you even more exclusive content, surprises, and experiences. So join our channel membership today and become a part of our exclusive community. For just $1 per month, you'll unlock a world of of premium content, engagement, and fun. Click that join button now and let's embark on this exciting journey together.